Hi there, welcome to Grain TV. It's Thursday, September 8th, another up day in the markets. Let's take a look at grain interest trading platform and see where we closed. In Chicago, corn the leader to the upside, gaining 5.5 cents on D's corn. Soybeans only fractionally higher at 3/4 of a cent advance, and wheat in Chicago gaining 3 1/4, while Kansas City was up 6. Today was really just more of the same, marching a little bit higher as we continue to see some short covering, and we wait and mark time until Monday's USDA crop report. We'll be talking about those expectations for that report here in a few minutes. But in the meantime, let's talk about some of the news that was out today. First of all, U.S. weather forecasters are saying that the El Nino event, the Enzo cycle, will stay in the neutral phase in all likelihood during the U.S. fall and winter season. So the chance of a La Nina seems to be slipping away. La Nina tends to be associated with the potential for drought in South America. So as of now, weather forecasters are saying the chance of a La Nina is pretty remote during South America's growing season. Other news, China is said to be having a smaller corn crop this year, largely in part to the change in their subsidy schemes that was enacted last year. So keep in mind that for the last 15 years, the Chinese government has really subsidized domestic farmers to grow corn. That policy was revoked this last growing season, and farmers there in China reduced their corn plantings by 5%. But good weather has caused yields to be up a little bit from last year, so overall traders are looking for about a 2.5% drop in Chinese corn output. Other news really was focused in the crude market. Crude oil got a big bump higher thanks to a surprising drop in crude stocks. The EIA Energy Information Association basically threw a curveball at crude oil traders when they said crude stocks for the week fell 14.5 million barrels. That's a massive drop on the week. Most people had been looking for a small, modest drop. Last week, in fact, we had a 2.3 million barrel build. So this really caught traders by surprise. We saw the crude market up $2 a barrel. I suspect will continue to move higher as a result. Gas stocks, gasoline stocks were also off sharply, dropping 4.5 million versus last week's only 0.7 of a million drop. Let's take a look at what traders are expecting from USDA's crop report. Keep in mind this report comes out on Monday at 11 o'clock Central Time. Go back to August and we had the 175 bushel corn yield number, the 48 bushel soybean number. And so what are traders looking for as we move into this latest report? Obviously, we've had a lot of analysts coming out with forecasts. We talked about Lynn Group, Planalytics, we've talked about Pro Farmers Crop Tour, but overall people are looking for a smaller corn crop than what USDA projected in August. So last August, or in the August report, USDA came in with a 15.15 billion bushel crop. People look for about a 15.03, not a huge drop expected. That is on a yield of about 173 on average from traders. Soybeans, again, a similar bump up in terms of magnitude, about a 4.08 billion bushel crop versus 4.06 expected. So, traders are looking for a slightly lower corn yield and a slightly better soybean yield as a result of this latest round of surveys from USDA. The big number to be watching will be carryout, and here we have a lot of divergence in expectations. Looking at the corn number, we don't see much variation or see much drop in stocks from the August forecast, mostly just the shaving of the production forecast causing the stock estimate to go from 2.40 billion to 2.32 billion. But the range is pretty wide, 2.0 billion to 2.6 billion. Soybeans, an even bigger range, 245 to 440, with the average guesstimate being about the same, and wheat virtually unchanged as traders look for pretty much the same wheat number as we had in August. So keep those numbers in mind as we move forward into Monday's report. Keep in mind also that we have had a very, very big slide down in the last 2 months as a result of big crop numbers. So will this market continue to fall down? I'm not sure, we might have another dip down to these lows, but certainly today and in the last week, we've sort of been inching our way higher. We talked about D's corn needing to clear that 330 threshold to get some more upside momentum, and indeed we did do that 2 days ago and find ourselves now firmly planted just below the 340 mark. And once we get above 340, then I think 345 will be our next testing ground. That was the recent high we had sometime in late August. So look for that 345 mark. I'm not sure we're going to clear it before Monday's report. I think there'll probably be a little bit of back and forth ahead of that number, but certainly with the number on Monday coming out, we could get some volatility in trade. As always, every morning we put out technical alerts at Grain Hedge to help you decide where the market might be likely heading. This morning's corn report showed a 5-cent advance going into the morning break, and that indeed turned out to be the right move in the right direction, getting us to 339, which is around where we closed today. So as always, if you're not a trading client, you want to get these technical alerts, go to our website, grainhedge.com, and sign up for a free demo of our trading platform, as well as getting our morning technical alerts. As a Grain Hedge trading client, you'll get our technical alerts email first thing every trading day. Technical Alerts is a powerful system that generates quality trading opportunities. Each trading opportunity shows a chart and analysis providing clear price targets and risk potential. Technical Alerts look at historical chart formations and compare the current environment to the past to form concrete trading recommendations. The commodities covered by Technical Alerts includes grains, livestock, crude oil, currencies, bonds, and metals. Start your trading day with the most powerful insight into market direction and improve your trading today. Sign up at grainhedge.com to become a client.